Hello and welcome to another video. In today's video I'm going to talk about the insurance with the fire. So I had insurance on my RV that I lived in through Geico. I've had Geico forever. Since I got out of prison was the first car I got I got Geico insurance. And I think I had Geico before, I can't really remember. So, pretty happy with them. Unfortunately, I've had, early on, I had a car run a stop sign, and then I avoided the wreck, and then they just split. And that was kind of a whole, like, you know, are you doing insurance fraud? I'm like, no. But then there's another incident where I just didn't see this car. There was a whole like line of cars in one lane, and then so the view was blocked, and then this other car was going. I figured it was clear. I couldn't see and got T-boned. No, thank you. And and then I was in like 3 accidents. None were my fault. All like in a super short amount of time. Little just stupid fender bender things. But and then now this. And this is like obviously way more money than I've ever paid them. So they can't like me now at all. I don't know how that works, but I kind of, just not knowing stuff and how it works, I kind of got screwed out of a bunch of money. Now I'm realizing that. And basically, it's where I lost the money is in forgetting things that I had installed on the RV. And then, excuse me. And then not categorizing things correctly. So, for instance, there is the RV and everything that is, I guess, a part of it, right? And then there is my own personal property. So those are 2 separate, even 2 separate checks, even 2 separate people to deal with, right? So I unfortunately didn't add, there was literally 3 TVs, or one was a TV monitor, but still a TV. 3 TVs mounted. So there was the one that the RV came with. Then the people that owned it before me installed one in the bedroom. And then I installed one on the table that I actually didn't even come with a table. I put a table in it, and then that table I put in there, I mounted a stand and another TV. Well, I only got 1 TV in on the RV side, right? But the other 2 go in on my personal property side, which is capped at $5,000. There is no cap on the RV side. Okay. So, there was a mistake that, you know, some hundreds of dollars there. Then another mistake is this this little automatic leveling device that I put in there. A couple $100. Then there is, or it's actually an app leveling device, right? Not automatic. Like you just level it with this app. And then some of the big ones is like these wire racks. I actually made videos about putting these wire racks together because I just love those racks so much. And those racks were actually furniture. So those could have been counted as RV side stuff, which that's a chunk. Those were $1,000, right? So all said and done, I would say maybe a couple $1,000 I screwed myself out of just on that part alone, right? And then there's the whole work part. So because I'm self-employed and the way I get paid, I like, just because I'm, am in the hospital or not working where I still get paid. So it just kind of takes me out of this whole like getting compensation for lost work. Takes me completely out of that category. Like I can't even get it because of that. So I would have had to have structured, which structured means piss away money on having more bank accounts. So in other words, you have a personal bank account and then the business, and you just basically full blown act like you're employed by this business, right? And then you get these paychecks, for work, and I'm not at work, It doesn't matter that the company is still getting paid. I'm not there doing a freaking thing. Not that I have to do much. I mean, there is some stuff that I have to do, but at this point, it's negligible. I can like go months and months and do absolutely nothing. So, yeah. So that would have. Because my hands were in bandages for 13 days, and there's a 14-day cutoff where you have to have at least 14 days of missed work before they'll compensate, right? So basically, could I have worked the day after I had my bandages off my hands? I didn't have a computer. I didn't have glasses. So, literally, I didn't do anything work-wise until I got this computer a couple days ago. And what is today's, I got it Tuesday, was able to do not one thing with it on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, I just didn't want to do anything because this is just all logging into my everythings, right? I didn't want to do that over the freaking internet or over the hotel Wi-Fi. So I have this whole system that I had in my RV that I replaced, and then I set it up in my truck. So I'm getting all my own internet from my truck, basically. And that took a long time to get that figured out. And then this is a used computer, so I wanted to do a fresh install. That's just kind of the way I roll. And I was having problems with that. Then I just had to go ahead and do a bootable USB and download the whole thing. So that was quite a process. Oops. That was quite a process. And then the just downloading everything and then signing into everything. I'm still not even done. It's just daunting. It's like I did get a password list that I had made years and years ago. This thing is insane. It's like just regular typing. It's like that long with passwords. Like that was one of the things that I was always having a problem with Apple, is I'd set up all these passwords in these browsers, and then I'd go to change computers, and the freaking Apple just decides, oh, well, this password you don't need to transfer over. Like, what the fuck? So, yeah. That's one failure of Safari. I should have been dipped out of. I just didn't like having. Now I'm getting off topic. Anyway, so the point is that I haven't even worked until I did some work on the business stuff, like a couple days ago, but like nothing. And had I had things arranged right, I could have gotten, maybe not that entire time, but I at least could have got the 2 weeks paid, right? If I had that set up right, which could have been, you know, a couple $1,000, right? So anyway, now all this stuff's thing, I'm like, because I'm sitting here with the last of the money. I mean, I still have that money, my pay money that just comes in, but that, I mean, that's just like maintaining money, and I was able to do like a couple $1,000 project every month or so. You know, sometimes it was a little more, sometimes it was a little less, but, and it's just like all those projects are like gone. So anyway, that's, yeah, so if you are, my advice to anybody that, for insurance reasons, and you should definitely, in this RV situation, go and have everything listed and make sure you know your limit. I knew my limit. I was arguing with the guy when I was trying to get more. I'm like, well, can I get a higher tier? I'm a producer. I got probably that much money in cameras alone. And, oh no, there's other ways. This dude literally, oh no, there's other ways to get your money back. Do these fucking people come and that are giving me checks, or they go, oh, here's the way you can get, no. So they don't try to help you out at all and give you any advice on how to arrange your shit. So you got to arrange it all into the RV, and then your personal shit is just, you know, and think of everything, like blankets and fucking pillows and shit. So, you know, and with houses and all that, I mean, it's probably the same story. While I was in the hospital, I just kept meeting other people in disasters. And one of the nurses had gone through a hurricane in Florida, I think, and the house totally flooded, toasted, everything lost. And the insurance didn't cover flooding. So they got nothing, right? It's this whole game. And so if you don't like this game of insurance and, oh, and we're going to pay this and that, you then are a prime candidate for a resource-based economy. A resource-based economy doesn't have any insurance. Doesn't exist. Doesn't have any insurance adjusters. So you should go down to my playlist, and the resource-based economy playlist eliminates all this bullshit. Like, people are going through the same thing that I went through on a freaking hour-by-hour basis. It happens probably every freaking minute, right? And every single day, people are paying all this money to insurance, and then insurance pays a little, and then, you know, it's just this giant game that's bullshit. Let's get rid of it and move to a resource-based economy. Peace.